From your point of view, what can people expect going into this show?
Well, I think they'll be thrilled. I mean, they'll be tense, they'll be entertained and excited. But I think what's kind of a bit different here, and the difference with the Bond world, is Bond is heightened, and we love it, but it's heightened. It's not quite real. And what we've done here is we've made real characters with real dilemmas. I mean, they have their jobs to do. The Jackal's job is to kill his target. The Shanna Lynch's job as Bianca is to catch him before he does. But they also have real lives. They have emotional lives. They have family. Well, they have relationships. So what we're seeing is extraordinary situations, yes. Danger, yes. Jeopardy, yes. But we're seeing real people in those situations, not superheroes and not people who can do anything and always escape. We're real people. So that's what I've tried to do with this.
And it kind of could seem like a world away from Top Boy. What were maybe some of the things you learned from writing on that show that you brought to this?
I mean, I like looking at the world through the lens of the criminal or the outsider or the disregarded person, the overlooked person. I was given a wonderful opportunity to do that here, to follow the Jackal. The DNA of the original I've tried to preserve, in the sense that we have the world's cleverest, most resourceful killer trying to kill the world's most closely guarded man. That to me is the kind of the core of the original, and I've tried to keep that, but obviously updating it to reflect. I mean, the Jackal that we all know and love, the film and the book, was the analog version, and what we're doing is the digital version. Some of the much-loved tricks of the Jackal, for example, with the passport, the scene when he goes into a churchyard and he gets a child's name and he applies for a passport, that's not possible anymore. So we're not able to do certain things. We had to find other things, which I think we have found to do, and helped obviously by an amazing cast to bring a reality to it. When I went in, I didn't want to just let the Jackal be able to do anything. It had to feel grounded and real. So that was that was a challenge, because it's much easier to write a superhero who can do anything. Much more difficult to write a character who lives in the real world and who lives in the real world and has to find real world solutions to the problems he's confronted by.
And a phenomenal cast across the board, but particularly like Shanna, particularly Eddie. What was it like seeing these actors bring your lines to life?
They do. Also, Ursula Corbero, who is Spain's hottest actor at the moment, rightly so. She's amazing. So we've got a phenomenal cast, absolutely, and they do a great job. There's a scene I particularly like in the pilot episode, which we're about to see tonight. Eddie, who I've only ever seen in, let's call them, softer roles before now. There's a scene when he's in a car, and when the police drive by going in the wrong direction, he gives this look, which you'll see when you see the film. He gives this look which is so unlike the Eddie Redmayne that we know and love. It's cunning, it's sly, it's quite scary. So the cast, yes, they've done a phenomenal job. Yeah.
What ultimately do you hope people take away from watching the show? It is so edgy, you see, it is so absorbing, you just can't wait for the next episode.
Yes, I mean, obviously coming up with cliffhangers for every episode is important. Sometimes they can be quite low key. Like I think the end of the first episode is quite low key, but immediately that it's going to have an impact. Something is going to happen because of the very last image that you see, and hopefully that people will want to tune into the second episode. So constructing those cliffhangers is something I did in Top Boy, and I've done here as well.
What's going to be next for you? Do you know yet?
Well, we start shooting a new show for Showtime Paramount on Monday called Donovan's, with Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren. So I've written that.
Not too small names then in any of your stuff.
More great cast.
Well, thanks so much for your time. Huge congratulations on the show. Nice to chat to you. Thank you.